People don't know about Mafiathon is like, it was only supposed to be like one person a day originally. And then Kai was like, oh, I want to do 2 a day. And I was like, cool. I got a list. When you got the call, like, what was going through your mind?
Playing 2K, I hang up, you call me, everybody kind of was like, yo, what the f? I got off that shit, my head started spinning. I'm like, Gabe trying to make sure this shit go well. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to show up for my man. That's the beauty of music. There's so many highs and lows, but the one thing that is consistent between it all is you gotta stay ready. Shout out Marco Plus, because I was actually nervous to do Man in the Garden at first. And when I seen Marco Plus go up there and authentically be himself, I said, oh yeah, it's time. I will say I am self-aware that I feel like my name is making its way into a lot of conversations and a lot of group chats. But I'm just worried about how can I keep improving and getting better at it and then just being impactful.
You also had tweeted like, we definitely need a reset/detox era of hip hop right now.
What Marco did up there was a fucking reset. What I did up there, what Ray Vaughn did up there, it was like that. I feel like there are so many lyricists who are really, really good and really, really care about this shit, and we just needed the platform for people to see that.
Yep, welcome back to the Frequency with Gabe P, a podcast where I bring, artists, creators, just people who I think are extremely dope and talented and who I want to sit down and have a conversation with. Today, we have the one, the only, Chris Patrick in the building, my brother. How are we feeling today?
My dog, how are you, man?
I'm blessed, bro. How we feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I get to come up here, it's a blessing.
I know. I'm happy to have you. I feel like, I will say this. So, like, we'll talk, like, at this point, by the time this comes out, the album will be out, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
we'll talk about the project today. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. I'm excited to see you back on this coast, man.
I know, this shit crazy, bro. It's been like 18 months since I've been back here, bro.
But why? Because when we first did On The Radar like 3-4 years ago, and we had you first come up, you were living out here still.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why did you make that move to What was up with that move to LA?
You know what it was, honestly, bro? I just wanted to get more entrenched in my work. I feel like I was doing a good job being present and stuff like that, but I just wanted to be more in the workspace. You know what I'm saying? I was already taking frequent trips to Atlanta and stuff like that. But I was just like, man, there's so many creatives out in LA, so many people I know out there. I'm like, bro, let's just do it. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be out here for, but I was just like, fuck it, let's do it. And then one day I left and I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm here. I locked in, just started working, bro. Like every day I was just putting in hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that move?
You know what's crazy? Like, I'm still out there. I fuck with it. Like I like it for what the work is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. LA itself be a little too fast for me sometimes, but
fast for you?
Yeah,
it'd be too slow for me.
I could see that. I could see that. I feel like for me, because I'll be writing and shit, it'd be like every day, oh, you want to pull up here? You want to slide here? You want to do this, that, and the third? Blah, blah, blah. That should be a lot for me sometimes. So I'll be like, my head be spinning. But, it be chill. Like, I like it for the work's sake. Like, for the work's sake, I got to figure out, like, sometimes a better work balance, but it's cool.
But you're from the East Coast, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the one that's moving fast in LA. That's why I don't understand.
You know what's crazy, though? It's fast over here. All right, let me say this. I feel like the first half of the year, it was pretty regular for me, right? Out of nowhere, I'm playing 2K one day, and this guy, you might know him. He the head of OTR. He called me and was like, "Hey, you want to come?"
Yeah, that's shit. Were you playing 2K when I called you?
I swear to God, I was in a wreck with the homies, bro. I'm over here playing. When you called me, I was trying to mute my controller, couldn't even do it. But you started talking, I was like, "Fuck it, we just gonna ball out." So all the homies heard that shit. I was like, "Bro, you gotta go do that shit, bro." Yeah. Ever since that shit, bro, it's just been session. Yeah, hell yeah.
But you moved out there right after we did our OTR, right?
Nah, so I was moving around a lot. I was actually in Nashville for a year, but
Nashville?
Yeah, I was in Nashville for like a year. I was going back and forth.
What year did we do this? Hold on. We did
2022.
We did this shit summer 20. It came out August 15, 2022.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
I had a little distro situation in Nashville, so I moved there for the year and shit like that. I came back to Jersey, and then I came back to Jersey at the end of 2023, and then top of 2024, I was in LA going back and forth.
Okay.
And shit like that. Then I officially moved in July of 2024.
Okay, so you've been out there for a little over a year.
Yeah.
What was what you were doing in Nashville? Like, what was that?
Honestly, that was just to be closer to like the group I was working with per se. It was nice because it was a quick drive to Atlanta and then like an hour and a half flight like back home to Jersey. So it really wasn't no problem. I used to be driving to Atlanta all the time, link up with Marco and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was spending a lot of time with Marco, Deontay, and Ben Riley at the time. And I ended up meeting like Suave, Jordan Bell, and a lot of the other guys when I went to that camp that Cole was at with all them niggas, like when Daylight was there, Absol and all that shit. So I ended up meeting everybody over there.
What was real quick question about the flight to Nashville. Did you ever have a bad flight into Nashville from Jersey?
Bro, every fucking time.
So this is like a regular thing?
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about, I've had difficult flights getting into Nashville, and I've had terrible flights coming out of Nashville. Like I remember one time we was leaving Nashville. I think Miz was with us, but like low key, we was leaving Nashville. The pilot got on and was like, yo, this is my last flight ever. I'm actually about to go and transition to some other type job shit. We flew 30 minutes out of Nashville, and he turned the plane back around to go back to Nashville and was like, yeah, I'm sorry, bro, the weather just not right.
Wow.
Left us in Nashville for another night. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, every time I've ever, so whenever I fly from Jersey to Nashville, it's always a problem. And anytime I ever come back from LA to Nashville, my baggage always got lost. It always got delayed or it got lost at one point.
Well, when we went to do our country music series like last April in Nashville, they flew in before me, and then I flew in like a couple of days later because I had to do this shit with the Slizzies up here. And I'm like flying in, and like, bro, that was like the most turbulent flight I think I ever been on in my life.
The wind
like
crazy,
bro. Like the flight was going like this, like and you know I fly a lot, and and turbulence always bothers me, but like I could get past it.
Yeah.
But this like I had to like put my head down on the table, like I go out. It was getting to the point where because I'm on, you know, when you fly from Jersey to Nashville, and it's on the passenger planes, so it's like the
two-seater rows, right?
The 2 rows, yeah. So I'm literally there at this point, just like praying to God that I make it out, because it was raining in Nashville too.
Yep.
So
it's
like
always fucking
I'm
raining,
like I'm praying. There's this like older white lady next to me. I'm just there like this. I'm like, bro. I was like, God. I had like X-Men on my iPad. I was like, God, please, make it stop. Like the plane was going like this.
Yep.
Everybody else was like, certain people were screaming. I'm just like, yo. And this lady calmed us out. I'm like, what the hell? So me and her like strike with combo. I'm like, where are you from? She's like, I'm from Nashville. I'm coming back from Spain right now. And I'm like, is the flight always like this? And she's like, yeah. And then like the funny part is like I guess we go to turn, like Nashville runway is over here.
Yeah.
We go to turn and like we all the way up here like real high. And I'm looking down at the runway and I'm looking at where we are in the sky. I'm like, how the hell we go?
Bro, I swear they be hitting it, bro.
They died.
They be doing the craziest shit coming into that shit, bro. I've seen one time. I don't know what was going on with the pilot, but like, you know, like usually plane be falling like this. You'll see it sometimes tilt like this. Bro, I seen the plane, like the pilot was flying and shit to pull in. And we was like on a full horizontal, bro. I'm talking about everybody was like leaned over in that shit. I'm like, yo, what is happening, bro? But that's just Nashville shit, bro.
That's crazy. I never really got to talk to anybody else about that except for like the country artists, but we didn't really get into it. Funny enough, one of the country artists we worked with, he was telling us how he flew into Boston one time from Nashville. And like the pilot literally got on the mic and was like, yep, we're gonna try to attempt to land this thing. Everybody hold on.
Try to attempt to land this thing. That's crazy.
He didn't say this plane.
This thing.
I said, yo. I was like, what? I at that point, you got to just start playing.
You got to pray
to your maker, bro.
And I'm telling you, with the turbulence, when it dropped, you ever been on a roller coaster, right?
Of course.
Bro, it feel like that. Like when you go up, and then that moment right before your stomach drop, I've been on a plane before, and it just felt like we was free falling in the sky. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? And it's because of the turbulence, bro. Never again, bro.
When I went to, this last time I went to Houston, I like the plane did the thing, like it did the thing when it went up and it went down like this. It went up like that. It went up. It did this.
Bruh.
And I literally felt my stomach, and like the flight was smooth as hell. And I'm just like, and I literally verbally. I remember I meant to keep this in my brain, but I verbally said it like in a mad panic voice, like, "Yo, what's happening?"
Yeah.
And Lady looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, "Yo, my bad. Like my fault. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to make you panic."
It's just shit you would not expect on a plane, bro.
Exactly.
Like I feel you, bro.
But anyway, so that's like we got on a sidetrack. But yeah, so you go to LA, right? But kind of like before that, right? For the people who don't know, because we did an interview before, and it was like a 30-minute interview. But just to recap for the people who are just watching this because of the OTR or the new project or whatever, right? Growing up in Jersey, right? What is like early young Chris Patrick like?
Early young Chris Patrick, playing sports, reading books, playing games. I was like kind of rapping here and there. I was just really freestyling. Like I'm freestyling in school. I'm freestyling with niggas on the block. It's so funny because there be so many niggas who have lived on my block and have hit me up. They saw the car shit and they just hit me up like, bro, let's go. It's lit.
Yeah.
But I used to freestyle on the block and shit. I used to rap in school, stuff like that. I really didn't take this shit seriously until I got into like college. There was a girl I was dating at the time. There was a girl I was dating at the time, and there was a competition at my school. I ended up winning that shit, opening up for Travis Scott. They gave me money because I won the shit, and I ended up getting her a gift. And that was the first time I was like, damn, I think I could really write songs and figure some shit out.
Right.
So from that point, I just kept grinding and grinding and grinding. But honestly, it was really just, I feel like from a musical standpoint, it was just a mix of shit. You know, obviously you got a lot of New York influence in terms of shit that's like going on and stuff like that. You know, my uncle put me on, my Uncle Kenneth, he put me on a lot of shit like 50 Cent, Nas, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then my parents, you know, they, because my Uncle Kenneth is actually my dad's brother. So my dad, you know, he playing more R&B in the crib. So we got the Mary J. Blige, Earth, Wind & Fire and shit like that. So it was definitely a mixture of shit as I was growing up in terms of music for the most part. But I was an athletic guy for the most.
You know, you be rapping about like a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but Chris is such a nice guy.
Yeah.
When you were younger, were you really like on it like that?
You know what it was, bro? I think I had anger issues. And I feel like a lot of times I worked on myself, you know what I'm saying? For like a lot. I mean, I was pretty chill, you know what I'm saying, for the most part growing up. But I feel like there were times where, you know, I love my dogs. So like if it was ever some bullshit, it's like fuck it. let's do it.
Right.
But I feel like I've worked on myself a lot to the point where like I'm chilling. So like when a Frankenstein comes out, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get to see sides of that. Them pockets I really don't be showing.
Right, yeah, no, because like when you be like, sometimes you be rapping about stuff that you did when you was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Chris such a nice guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you feel me, right? Like
Yeah.
you be like, yo, you such a nice guy. So it's like, it's kind of like hard for like, I wouldn't say it's hard for me to believe you, because I genuinely believe you, because I know people who have completely switched up.
I really just been, honestly, you know what it was? I was more so out the way, and I was with a lot of people who was on a lot of fuck shit at the same time. Good people, you know what I'm saying? Good ass people. But it's just like I grew up with a lot of my homies. I love my homies. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying?
But you like, did you like? I'm not trying to incriminate nobody. I'm trying to ask this in the nicest. Did you like participate in the fuck shit?
There were no.
That's right. I don't want to incriminate my homie, like, but it's just you be rapping about it, so I just I'd be curious about it.
I think there was what they be saying? Allegedly, not allegedly, a little shit, but not too crazy.
Or 6ix9ine just be like, 6ix9ine's like, I took the plea. I did that.
Nah, you know what it was? I mean, I just really support my friends. I put it like that. I support my friends. I really wasn't on no hot shit, but I think I was more so just with my friends.
How did you like grow up out of that and become like this Chris Patrick?
I feel like my pops did a really good job to keep me straight and narrow type shit. But at the same time, I think I love my friends. I think at the same time, I had a good vision of like where I was trying to go in life. And I also seen the wide scope of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at one point in time, I kind of was just like, this don't really make no sense. Like, I wasn't deep in no shit, but again, I love my friends. That's what I say. I love my friends.
That's your allegedly, I love my friends.
I love my friends. So it's like nothing too crazy or nothing like that, but I just feel like I always had a vision for further. I didn't know what I was going to be in life. Like, to be honest, when I even came to college, I ain't really even apply to college for real to go to school. I really just applied because I was running track.
Right.
And then I kind of more so found out what I wanted to do and shit like that, but I really,
When did you first like really start like rapping?
6th grade.
6th grade.
I had a project to do with one of the homies and shit. It's two of my homies. I had a project to do, and I ended up rapping for the project and shit like that. And everybody in the room was like, "Oh wow, what the fuck?" Just kept pushing. Didn't think nothing of it. But I kept freestyling and shit like that as I kept going older. And I really didn't take it seriously till college. Yeah.
And then when what was like the shift in college that made you take it seriously?
It was that competition I did to get that money.
the Travis Scott shit.
Travis Scott shit. Yeah, and I feel like it was two things. It was the Travis Scott shit, and then it was what was it? I went to go see girl I was dating at the time. We went to go see Made in America. Chance the Rapper was one of the. He wasn't a headliner, but he was right before. And I remember watching Chance the Rapper, and I remember looking at her saying like, "Yo, I feel like I could do this shit." And I didn't understand it at the time, but I just was like, "Yo, that I still got the video on my phone of when I was videoing it." But I think actually I don't know if I got that video somewhere because I switched phones and shit. But I just remember seeing that nigga Chance up there, and I was like, damn, I feel like I could do this someday. Not on some like, oh, if Chance could do it, I could do it, but it's just like something about that moment made me realize like, yo, I feel like if I really want to be happy in life, I got to go for whatever that nigga going for. So I just kind of started telling myself I want to start writing songs. And I think the summer after that, started writing and all that shit.
What was like the first song you ever put out? Do you remember?
It was, I actually did like a freestyle over like Sideline Story. And I actually performed that shit in that competition. Actually, so it was called R Factor. I went to Rider University, and you know how they used to have X Factor? They used to have like a trial round. We had the trial round, and I had did my Sideline Story in that trial round, and everybody was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. Made it on to the next round. Ended up winning it after that, like a couple weeks later and shit like that, but it was a J. Cole Sideline Story. Yeah, I had songs before that, but I don't really count them shits. The Sideline Story shit was like the first time I was like, oh yeah, I'm really working hard for that.
Was like Sideline Story like the beginning of like all your freestyles connecting to each other too?
Nah. I think the Kendrick shit is really where that shit started, you know what I'm saying? Like, back to like Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. And I feel like when I look at those Kendrick freestyles, I feel like the best way to make sense of it when I say like they all connect, I feel like it's really just an outline that follows the Black experience. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's different aspects and different walks of life that get thrown into that, but ultimately summarize into the entirety of the Black experience. Because I feel like the Heart, when I did the Heart Part 5, I feel like that was my story, but it was also like my cousin's story too that I'm telling in this motherfucker. Right. Like I'm telling my man's story in this shit too, and it's all becoming interwoven. But I feel like every single time I hop on a Kendrick beat, it's just more so a pocket or a facet of the Black experience that just, if you listen to them all together, you just get the entire picture.
Right, because like on the Heart Part 5 freestyle, which is still like one of all of our all-time favorites on the radar, like, you know, you're rapping about like, oh, keep the circles closer, we here for the summer. Yeah. But like, you know, there's a bunch of other bars on there where it's got kind of like, you're really talking about kind of like the experience of growing up, like where you grew up in Jersey and like losing your friends
Mm-hmm.
and you know, just kind of like everything that comes with, especially like the Black experience in Jersey,
Yeah.
right? And like I think that's why it hits so well, and why every year it kind of like resurfaces and goes viral again.
Yeah.
But what were the other Kendrick freestyles around that? Besides like the Kai one, which we're gonna get.
So there was a Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst might have been the first time I ever hopped on a Kendrick beat. There was Mortal Man. After Mortal Man, no, it was Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, Mortal Man, following the Mortal Man one, it was the Heart Part 5, and then I think there might be one more. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think those are all of them. If I think about it, if somebody know, they're gonna say it in the comments, like, oh yeah, this is extra one, blah blah blah. But I think those are all the ones. Sing About Me, Mortal Man, Heart Part 5, and then obviously Man in the Garden.
What's like the through line? Because you mentioned like the Black experience, right, in
Yeah.
America, but like, what is like kind of like the main through line that you feel like connects each one? Because you know, you rap about like Heart Part 5, you rap about your cousin.
Yeah.
I Man in the Garden, you rapped about your grandma,
Yeah.
you know, and yourself, obviously. But like, what do you feel like is like the one connective tissue that keeps them all like, you know?
I think it's two things. It's trauma and vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? I think
Right.
I'm not saying the Black experience is trauma, but there's so much trauma attached to it to the point where it's like you got to really find ways to weave in and out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for a lot of us, we don't talk about the stuff we go through, and I feel like not only is it the trauma that's being depicted, but it's just the vulnerability to even express it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything we can do other than tell our stories, but I feel like through telling our stories, it allows people to relate and also realize that they're not alone in the space of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that the through line for a lot of this is that, but it even transcends the Black experience, because even what I've realized is that these same stories are resonating with everybody. Don't even matter where you're from. You're just resonating with it in some capacity.
Yeah. I feel like, especially because I told you, like, even when I listened to the new project, like, I genuinely was like crying in the car last night listening to one of the songs, which I want to get to. But like, I feel like your music has just become like, especially as it's like going on from like X-Files to the Calm to like what you're working on now, it's just become even more relatable. Yeah. And like, you know, obviously you're way more open with like your trauma now, and kind of like,
hell yeah,
you know, you see like throughout your music, you've seen Chris Patrick open up more and more and more and more, and kind of become more comfortable talking about certain things and certain aspects of that Black experience. How have you worked to heal your trauma and become more comfortable? Like, you know, have you done the work within yourself to heal your trauma and whatnot?
I still got more work to do. I'm not the biggest fan of therapy. I've gone to therapy at least twice. I don't really think it works for me because I think I'm too self-aware sometimes, and I feel like I talk myself out of going there. But I do a lot of like, I try to read as much as I can. I try to meditate, pray damn near every day. I stopped smoking weed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like 100+ days not smoking weed. I've been running every day. I used to run track. And I feel like after I got out of college, I stopped running track because I kind of had like PTSD. I feel like my senior year was good, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling all that great. I think I was more in love with the music at the time. And I just got back into running, and it's been so exciting. I've been running for like 100+ days.
I told you I'll be running too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be running too. I'll be running too. Yeah. I try to do like 2-3 miles a day.
That's hard, bro. I be trying to get like a mile, 2 in type shit
no,
like that.
A mile a day is like, you good.
Yeah, you
like,
good.
I'm like,
honestly.
I'm just like overdoing it.
No, but I mean, you gonna be straight though. Like, bro, people don't be realizing like, mile a day, half a mile a day will do a lot for you, but I've been doing that. I think I've been trying to practice more so being alone. I don't really like, you know, I just kind of say to myself, I think the biggest thing for me is just learning how to deal with a lot of my shit by myself. It's been a hard thing that I've had to go through, but I've spent so many nights just by myself vibing. And I also spent a lot of time within the process of just this music career having to like be at peace with myself. Like, let's be real. As creators, we go through all of the emotions. You know, you getting angry about shit, become envious sometimes watching others win. You start doubting yourself and shit like that. And I really just had to tell myself, like, first and foremost, don't be hard on. I'm not hard on myself when I feel those things. I understand that the way I'm feeling isn't necessarily true. Like, I'm not envious of the homie winning for real. I'm just in that artist rut, and I need to work on that as a person. Like, I need to be okay with him winning and me feeling okay. And I feel like that's something I had to learn within myself. It's like a new level of patience that I developed for myself. It's like, hey, what I got going on is what I got going on. It ain't got nothing to do with the next person. Mm-hmm. Whatever's meant for me is meant for me, and I'm okay with that. And I think once I made my peace with that, it made it so much easier to wake up every day and be Chris Patrick.
That's sick. Like, I'm really happy. But the one thing that you really said is that you quit smoking weed.
Hell yeah.
What do you feel like made about weed that was like a crutch for you?
I just leaned on it when I had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, truth be told, I'm gonna keep it a whole 1,000. One of my friends actually passed away earlier this year. And I never forget, I was with my roommate, Billy. I told this nigga, I said, bro, this is going to be the last one I light, bro. and that's it. Like, I'm just gonna make sure I dedicate myself to just staying healthy, because he passed from a heart attack. So I feel like for me, I was just
how old was he? Was he young?
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what?
Wow.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna vibe. I'm gonna just work on my health. And that's really what I committed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just was like, I don't know if I would be okay with me passing at like 31, 32, 33. Bro, there's so much life to live, and I wanna be able to experience.
How old are you now?
I'm 12.
Oh, yeah, we're the same age.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit hit deep when it's like a year
Right
older,
there,
you know what I'm saying? It's right there. So it's like, for me, I was just like, I want to make sure I got a long life to live just for myself. And I just dedicated myself to just trying to stay healthy as possible. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, because he passed earlier in the years, and when I first started, it was hard, like, trying to run. So I was a little inconsistent. But I think in, like, July, bro, I think that's when I started. I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to lock in. Just running every day type shit. And I've been good. I haven't smoked or nothing. Even when I was on tour with J.I.D and Nudie.
They be smoking?
They was smoking, bro. I ain't smoked one bit, bro. Swear to God, I ain't drink no liquor, none of that shit. I just was cooling.
I don't know if I could do the liquor part, but the smoking part, like, like now, like, in my early 20s, I feel like I smoked a lot. My ex used to smoke, so me and her used to smoke, like, every day together.
Yeah.
And then, like, once I, like, kind of, like, got, like, mid-20s, like, I kind of stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm very much, like, a social smoker. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
only,
get that.
like, if I'm outside and my best friend with me, and he's like, yo, you want to, I'll smoke with him,
Yeah.
but, like, I'll smoke just enough before, like, I get, like, I'll smoke to get, like, right there on that edge of being high.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't let myself get past that.
You know what it was? I was smoking past that, and I think for me, like, I don't know if people be thinking about, like, the calm down effects of weed, but, like, sometimes when I be coming down, my thoughts be all over the place. Not even bad thoughts. It just be, like, mad shit swirling in my head. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking about too much shit right now. Like, I need to chill, and that shit made me feel crazy. Not even, it wasn't the thoughts that made me feel crazy. It was waking up next day and being like, damn, bro, you done put yourself through that fucking anxiety, paranoia shit again. Like, we gotta stop doing that.
I get that, and then I get lazy.
Yeah, the lazy shit. Yeah.
I get super lazy after smoking.
Yeah, bro, people don't be realizing it. It's no knock to it, because I think there are some productive people who operate under smoking. This is not me saying, like, fuck smoking, but it's just so I had to make that decision for myself, because I felt like I was holding myself back from really growing as a person. And I still got more work to do. Like, I already know that shit, but it's like I'm taking it down one step at a time every year.
Right. Which is good, man. Like, that's like, I recently, like, even this week, like, because during the summer, I just be running every single day. Because, you know, it's nice that I can run every single day. Like, even when it's like 90 degrees, I'll hit that I'll hit that mile.
Yep.
And then I'll hit the 50, the half mile mark, and then I'll run that other half back home. Because I know, like, I'm going to pass out if I keep going.
Yeah, just halfway out and back. Yep.
Recently it got, like, I was running even when it was cold out, like, I put the thermals on, but then, like, this week it just got too cold you know, out here. Like, it's like 20 degrees, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I actually had to go get, like, a new gym membership somewhere so I could keep running.
Yeah.
And keep working
That's
out
fire,
and shit.
bro.
So, like, I recommitted myself this week to just, like, trying to go to the gym in the middle of the day instead of at nighttime when I used to go.
Uh-huh.
So, like, that's, like, been, like, my new, like, at least this last week, the new crutch that I'm, like, trying to work over, like, okay, make sure I wake up every day. Yo, 11:30 come, drive to the gym. It's 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Do your hour, whatever. Go home, shower, go right back to work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I be doing that midday shit too. That shit just be like mad reinvigorating. I'm like, okay, cool. I done accomplished some shit for myself, and then I'm back to it.
Yeah.
Same
shit. But, okay, Mafiathon, right?
Yeah.
So, you got the call, right? What was going, because I don't know if I filmed when I called you. I don't think I did, because I think you were one of the first people I called. Because what people don't know about Mafiathon is, like, it was only supposed to be, like, one person a day originally.
Yeah.
And then Kai was like, oh, I want to do 2 a day, and I want to include more upcoming people. And I was like, cool. I got a list. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a list that I felt like would encapsulate everything. You know, I did like our Midwest shit. I did kind of like, you know, JDX never miss him, viral white boy, but he hard. Like, I'm like, I gotta give him a shot because he's just dope. Yeah. And I was like, I thought like the first 2 lyricists, like real proper lyricists that came to my mind when I thought about it was you and Marco, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call you and Marco to cover that genre of rap.
Literally.
And like, so like when you got the call, like what was going through your mind? Because you kind of talk about it on like the first track of the new project. But like verbally, like what were you thinking about when you got that call?
I'm playing 2K. I hang up. I'm in a wreck. I got like 4 points. I'm like motherfucking like 2 for 10. Niggas was not passing me the rock. They like, man, fuck you. My nigga Tay was like, this nigga CP ass, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, chill. I'm just trying to get it together. And then boom, you call me. Everybody kind of was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? You gotta do that shit. I swear that was my last game I played. I got off that shit and my head started spinning. I'm like, oh shit. And I be telling people this all the time. Like, I really said yeah because you hit me. You know what I'm saying? You hit me and was like, yo, da-da-da-da. It wasn't even about the Mafiathon shit for me. It was really like, all right, my man's hitting me for this. In my mind, this is how I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking like, oh shit, like, Gabe trying to make sure this shit go well. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to show up for my mans. That's really where my mind was at. So I'm thinking like, okay, cool. I want to get this shit right. From that moment, turn the game on, bro, started penning. Swear to God, I did not stop, bro. I was literally working on that Man in the Garden shit until like maybe 3 days before.
You had like the most heads up out of everybody that we called too. Like I gave you like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you gave me like 3 weeks, bro. But
I gave you 3 weeks.
I knew what I was gonna do though. Like with them 3 weeks, I said, yeah, I'm pulling up. I'm going crazy. And I'm telling you, like I had so many, bro. People don't know this shit, but like I have so many revisions to that shit. When I did that shit live, I'm literally like, bro, I have so many different lines. The version we got. I'm happy that's the version we went with, but there was points where I was just plugging in lines, bro, because I knew I had certain shit I could have said, but I didn't say. But that version that came out was the best version it could have possibly been, bro. Because I was just nervous. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm literally at my part-time job, writing this shit, rehearsing this shit during lunch, driving back home, rehearsing this shit during lunch, all that shit, writing this shit. I was rehearsing that shit like every day, bro. I did not want forward. Bro, you called me, I was like, bro, because I don't take it lightly when it comes to people just like looking out or like showing me love. And that Heart Part 5 shit, it really was like, when we first did the first one, I was like, bro, like, I remember when I came up on there, I told myself, bro, I'm about to smoke this shit. I knew what time it was. So I was just like, if I ever get the opportunity again, I'm gonna always go crazy. Because I feel like that was a pivotal moment in my life. But when you hit me about that Mafiathon shit, bro, the stakes was on, I was going crazy. Even after I finished it, bro, when I finished it, it was less about like, oh, I just killed it in front of the world. It was like, yo, I finished this shit. I got through this shit. I ain't fuck up nothing. Shout out my nigga Gabe. He about to look great. We here. I wasn't thinking about myself until we got outside and Jim Jones had the fucking crab truck. That shit, the lobster truck. That shit was busting. It really didn't hit me till I got outside for real. Swear to God, it did not hit me, bro. Yeah. But I really was just thinking like, damn, my man's hitting me. I want to show up for my man's. I just got put in the pain, bro. I was literally rehearsing that shit. I probably rehearsed that shit probably over 200 times, bro. I know time was. Yeah, I wasn't about to fold that shit up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. What were you always planning to give him the jersey?
Nah, that was a game day decision. It was like,
did you plan that like in the second, like that moment, like you're just like, here, take this?
Nah, you know what? Right before we about to leave the crib, I was like, let me go get this jersey. I actually was about to put it on at one point in time, but I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna bring the jersey. And then when he walked in, I just gave it to him. That was literally a game time decision that day. Yeah. I did not know I was gonna do that shit. But I just thought to myself too, it's like if I have another opportunity to obviously show like people, because a lot of things going through my mind. Showing up for you is big. If this is my last opportunity to show the world on fire, I'm gonna do that shit. But then at the same time, if I could put Jersey on, let's do it. Because I had mad Jersey references. Shout out Kyrie, you feel me? Yeah. Like I had to get crazy, bro. So I just was like, let me do my due diligence on this to the best of my ability.
Bro, it's so crazy because it's like, you know, he wore that jersey after that.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. You sent me that shit. Yeah.
I sent it to you.
I couldn't believe that shit. My mom was texting me about that shit.
For real?
My mom watched every single freestyle. She was like, what she said to me one day? She called me. She's like, tell Gabe to stop doing them so late. I said, that might not even be his control. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. But like, she was watching every single.
But that was Kai. That was Kai. That was not me.
She was watching every. We literally talked about it right before I left the crib to come over here. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I remember mom. He was watching late night shit. Like her and my pops was watching that. So like, you know, she watched every single one of them joints. And again, I didn't know that shit was gonna happen. But when she saw him wearing a jersey, she was calling me too. Like, bro, do you see this? And I'm like, damn, this is crazy as fuck. I can't even believe that shit.
It's, you know, on the post about the freestyle that you put on IG, you wrote, growing up, my grandmother always used to say I was destined for greatness. As a kid, you hear words like that and take them for face value, not fully understand how powerful the tongue could be. As I began to dive more into rapping, she and my parents became my biggest supporters. Yeah. When she passed a few years back, it rocked me because she never had a chance to see me perform in real time. Today, I spoke to my mama, and she told me certain that my grandma heard this one, pardon me. Yeah. Appreciate y'all giving me the chance to turn up the world for real. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Real shit,
and that post got like 144,000 likes on
it. Bro, it's so crazy, man. Like, even to the title of the project, Pray For Me, like, I was talking to somebody about this earlier today. I was like, my grandma, my grandpa on my mama's side used to sing Whitney Houston. I didn't really know I had no type of influence with like music in my life type shit, for real. Right. But my grandma, when she found out I was making music, she was cheering. Her and my mom was the first two people was like, oh yeah, we fuck with this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's fine. And they always been like my biggest supporters. I remember when I was in college, my grandma used to text me like scripture verses every day, like I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you. And it was so wild to me because when that moment happened, on the Kai thing, there were some people who DM'd me and was like, yo, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you. And that shit was the most like divine timing, can't even believe this shit is happening. It felt like I was living in a parallel again. Like every day for like 3 weeks, I got people saying like, bro, I'm praying for you. Even on the JID tour, bro, they was like, bro, I'm praying for you, bro. You got to do this, bro. You got to do this for us, da-da-da, boom, boom, boom. Like, shit was crazy, bro. Right. And like, it just felt like when my mom said that shit, it felt real as I'm receiving all these messages. Like, damn, like this shit is beyond like above me, bro. Like I'm seeing people repost this on their own page, like other celebrities and shit just posting this shit. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is happening? But it's just resonating with people. And I just feel like that's all I ask for as an artist. Like for us to put our pain out there and really be honest about this shit and see people resonate with it and still be able to relate and feel that, like, that's the greatest gift you could ever ask for, bro. So when my mom said like, yo, my mom heard that shit, I 100% believed it. 100%, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, the things that have been like, I'm never getting emotional because it's like the things that were happening in my life at that time were things I couldn't even believe, bro. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. Like, obviously I come off that shit, everybody hitting me up, talking about X, Y, and Z. I get the call for the JID tour. I'm on the JID tour and shit. I got to get this project ready. I met Nas last night.
Oh, I seen that.
No bullshit, that shit crazy. Like, what? So I'm just like, man, like, it really do feel divine.
Because Jordan showed Nas the freestyle, right?
That happened, right? Yeah.
Shout out Jordan, man.
Shout out Jordan. That's my dog, for real. And he had I think he had a listening party last night at Mass Appeal. And we kind of got it late because I flew, like, United and EWR are crazy. Hell, United, y'all work on that shit. But we got there in time. Pulled up on Nas. Nas knew who I was. We just were chopping up. He like, bro, you hard. Like, keep going, keep being great. Blah, blah, blah. I took a picture of all that shit. Crazy as hell, bro. Yeah. But it's just like, damn, like, I went from like literally sitting in my part-time job to just like, oh, we back in this shit again. And I think that's the beauty of music. There's so many highs and lows. But the one thing that is the one thing that is consistent between it all is you gotta stay ready. Yeah. Because imagine if like you hit me and I'm like, I get like fucking cold feet or some shit. Yeah. Like, nah, I had to show up. And I wasn't even showing up for me fully. I'm showing up for you. I'm showing up for the homies. I'm showing up for everybody who just heard that shit on the phone. I'm just showing up for that moment. Like, fuck it. If the homie get to be on there and do this shit, then let's clap it up. I didn't know all this shit was gonna happen, bro. Right. And it's continuously still happening.
Did you like, was the subject matter about your grandma always kind of like the main point of the freestyle? Because it kind of felt like the main like topic in and of itself, like at least for the Man in the Garden part.
You know what's crazy? Shout out Marco Plus, because I was actually nervous to do the Man in the Garden at first, and when I seen Marco Plus go up there and authentically be himself, I said, oh yeah, it's time. Like, real hip hop is like, I'll break it down for you. Them first two, like that first one was really just the icebreaker for everybody in the room, audience that's watching at home. That's what it was. Second one, I started getting in my stride. But when that Man in the Garden came, I remember even telling Miz, I'm like, bro, we just got to get to that. If we can get to Man in the Garden, we got it. We got it. And truthfully, I didn't know Man in the Garden was going to go that crazy. He knew that shit. I did not know that shit. How did he not
know this shit? Yeah, I know, right?
Because I be in my head, bro. At the time, I'm like, man, I don't even niggas think. I was like, I don't even know if niggas even care for the hip hop shit right now. I don't know. I'm in my head. I'm at this job. I'm not thinking too much about shit. I'm at a part-time job about to get promoted. I'm not thinking about this shit, bro. Yeah. But I was just like, bro, if I'm going to go up there and do this shit, I got to do it with my whole heart. Because if this is the last time I'm going to do it, at least I'm leaving my mark in that way. So I didn't. I mean, granted, it extended everything I was thinking in my head, and I had to just work the day after that. But I really just went up there to put on the best performance I could possibly put on, bro. Yeah, bro.
Fire,
I don't play that shit.
Fire. Oh, but wait, but you didn't answer. But you didn't answer the part about your grandma. So like, was that always the main subject matter of the Man in the Garden freestyle?
Hell yeah, absolutely. I feel like for me, like obviously there's a lot of things that was going on, but I feel like I had just got. I'll be real. In that time period, I started praying again, and I think my grandma got me on that to begin with. So I feel like, I don't know if those two moments were connected intentionally, but it just happened to work out that way, that it revolved around her. I mean, the writing part obviously was intentional, but like me praying and then this moment happening the way it happened, like that was just divine. Like I couldn't even call that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I just told myself I wanted, because I feel like I had too many things going on in my life, and I'm like, bro, let me just get back to like what I know worked. And I just started thinking about like, when times were good, and I just started operating like that, running every day, praying every day, drinking water, reading books. Yeah. And shit just happened the way it happened.
You also mentioned the freestyle that you like immortalize your friends on your hands.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So what are the tattoos?
So this is my grandfather. That's my grandma. This is a tattoo. I was going through some rough shit in my life, and I feel like all of us was going through crazy shit too. This was early in my career, but we was all going through crazy shit, bro. I almost cooked myself. But basically, I feel like I get a lot of these tats just to remind myself of like all the perseverance and whatnot that it took to get here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time somebody asked me, why would you put one of your darkest days in your hands? It's just like, bro, to remind myself of all the shit we've been through to get to this point. Whenever shit get bad, like it'll never get bad as this.
What day is it?
June 30th, 2019. Like it will never be as bad as this day was for me.
Can I ask what happened that day?
Oh man, I guess the best way to sum it up, I was going through too much shit in my head, bro, and I was just like, damn, I'm at the super breaking point. But I think I caught a chill down my neck, right in my deciding factor point, and I just was like, damn, that might be God. So let me chill the fuck out and just take a day to breathe. If I still feel the same way tomorrow, then fuck it. But I woke up the next day and was like, all right, I want to be better for myself. And I just remember telling myself, like, bro, it will never be as bad as this day, ever. Like, I could be dead broke. It'll never be as bad as this day.
Right.
I could go be with the love of my life. She break up with me. It'll never be as bad as this day. I can stop rapping tomorrow. It'll never be as bad as this day, bro. That's how I look at this shit. Like, it'll never get as bad as this. So, like, when it do get bad, it just be a reminder, like, all right, bro, it's always gonna get better. Because it has. It continues to get better. There's always highs and lows in life, highs and lows in your career. It's never gonna be as bad as this.
It's never gonna be as bad as this day.
Hell yeah, bro. I tell myself that shit all the time when it get bad. It's never gonna be bad as this.
Wow. With the JID tour, was that indirectly because of Mafiathon, or was that like how did that end up? No, because I'm actually wondering.
Nah, for real. You know what? I don't know. I just think there was so much happening. So I believe one of the openers on the tour, he couldn't make it no more. So I think just my name was just in the air, buzzing at the time. And so, shout out Barry and Zeke, they hit me. It was like, yo, I know this last minute, but like, you want to come fuck with us? I'm like, of course. What the fuck, bro? I was literally, what's wild? It was, what day was that? All right, so Monday was the Mafiathon. Wednesday, I ended up calling out of work because M-Tech, he worked on Man in the Garden, was like, hey, I want to get up with you. Like, let's go link in the studio. Let's go work on some shit. Ended up working on shit. He actually produced The Mayor. That's on the project. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so that was fire as fuck.
Mayor's a great song.
Yeah, him and my homie Ice, they produced that shit. And I remember I was driving to another session with Tech. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go link up with Tech. Boom, boom, boom. And then Zeke texted us and was like, hey, bro, I know this last minute, but come fuck with us. We had like 7 days out. I think when Russ called us for the tour, we had like 10 days out. With JID and them, we had like 7 to 8. So it's always these last minute calls, but I fuck with it. I appreciate it because we just boom, 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 get ready and get straight to it.
Yeah. How many days did you do?
I did 11. It was me and Suave on the first 11, and then Marco popped in after us.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, did you quit the part-time job?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. It's crazy because when I got back, actually, it's funny because we was all joking on tour like, oh yeah, he about to quit. I'm just, I'm bullshit when everybody thinking like I'm about to quit, da-da-da. I didn't think I was. And then I got back to the crib, and I'm like, yeah, this shit getting too crazy, bro. It's getting too crazy. I got off the tour. Bro, I have so many beat packs right now I got to go through. Fucking insane. I'm probably not going to go through them until like next week. Like after the project drops, I'm going to just sit down and just go through everything. But bro, like my phone has nonstop.
Besides like the JID stuff, like what do you feel like has been like the craziest moments that have come from the Mafiathon?
Russell Wilson hit me up, crazy as hell.
Okay, that's a bar on the project.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So that Wednesday, I knew shit was nuts. I wake up at 6 in the morning, I check my DM, and Russell Wilson in there. Yeah. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This is crazy. There's a comedian named Kev on stage. He reposted my shit again, seeing that shit happening. I'm seeing like some of the greatest spitters ever hit me up. Like, this shit crazy, bro. I'm watching all that shit happen. But that Wednesday, that's when I knew shit was getting crazy. When I got back from the JID tour, I obviously had to quit that shit. But just crazy things. Conductor sent the pack through.
Right.
So many producers been hitting me up. I gotta get back to Elite work with Cole. I got some shit I got to work on with Elite. Like so many crazy things have just been happening, bruh. I know niggas got the freestyle over the dot. DJ Head told me that. I was just like, hey, bruh, like, hey man.
Well, he's seen it.
Yeah, he's seen it. So I'm like, hey, bruh, that's most we could do, which I'm super grateful for. Chopped it up with I was at the JID show in LA. I popped out just to, Marco was there. I went to go pop out, show him love. Ran to Eve. Eve showed me a lot of love. I thought that was
nice.
Super, super dope. Yeah, man, it's just a lot of people showing love, and I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm grateful for the love. I don't think it make or break me. Like, if nobody said nothing, I would have been totally fine too. But I'm very grateful that people are able to see that, like, I've been here.
Right. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What did Russell Wilson say?
He was like, bro, this is hard. Like, keep going. Like, you absolutely killed this. And I was just like...
Such a random person to hit you up, but also super fire.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, it's 6 a.m. LA time, so it's 9 a.m. here, obviously. And I'm like, all right, cool. If this is what you want to start your morning off with?
Fuck it.
With that, you know what I'm saying?
I listened to it while I was running today, so you know what I'm saying?
I listened to it today, too.
You did?
Yeah, I listened to it today, too. I was driving, and I'm like, damn, this shit crazy, bro. Like, wow. Like, I was listening to it, and I was like, I can't even believe this shit. It feels surreal sometimes.
Yeah.
Watching that shit, because I'm like, this don't even feel like me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, how I even tap into that place, but... we did it. I did Man in the Garden on the JID tour every night.
I seen the videos. Yeah, super fire.
Standing ovations, bro.
I was about to say, on that tour, did you like, because obviously like to a lot of people, like you're new to them,
yeah.
right? Like I saw videos of like Suave going around. Was he on that? Was Suave on the tour?
Yeah, same like with me. We was going around asking
you guys
fans
going
and
around,
shit.
asking fans and all that, right? That was y'all, right?
Yeah.
Were you like, were you getting recognized from Mafiathon? Like, were you kind of getting that love? Like, what was that kind of like?
So I feel like, you know, I'm first out. I got 10-minute set and shit like that, right? I feel like there were some people who knew me. Like, they was coming there already with my vinyl that they had got from like 2022 from like a tour or some shit when I shipped it out, right?
Right.
But I feel like as my set kept going, people started putting it together, and by the time I did The Man in the Garden, everybody in the room knew, oh, this is that guy. Like, holy shit. Like, bro, there was nights we selling out the merch. Like, bro, we sold out the merch like 2-3 times, bro. That shit was so crazy. I think in Montreal, I think it might have been like a 3,000 cap. After that show, we was in the lobby. There was like 200 people waiting to talk to me, bro. I swear to God, in Montreal, I swear on my mama. Like, they was coming down, it was wild, and we got that shit on video. Like, fucking, like, I don't know whose idea. I don't know who idea was to set us up where they set us up at, bro. But like the entrance, bro, was just clogged with people just trying to get shit signed. Motherfucker pulled up with a shoe that had the fucking bottom falling off, talking about signing shit. Like, it's crazy as hell, bro. I swear to God, bro, people wanted me to sign everything, and it was a humbling ass experience. I just went up there, like, I was telling my team, I'm like, bro, the one thing I'm gonna do when I go out there is just perform like nobody know me. Even if the whole room knew me, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I wanted to perform like nobody knew me, and I feel like that earned me a lot of respect from the crowd. Like, I was putting on a crazy ass show, bro.
That's sick, bro. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
Are you starting to feel like that superstar shit when you go in these cities and you got like 200 people waiting for you to talk to you and whatnot?
Nah. I still feel like regular Chris type shit. I will say I am self-aware that I feel like my name is making its way into a lot of conversations and a lot of group chats, funny enough. And again, grateful. But I feel like for me, the biggest thing, I'm not really worried about that per se. I'm just worried about how can I keep improving this shit and getting better at it, and then just being impactful more than anything. You know, it's crazy. I talked to Elliot today, and Elliot was like, yo, why don't you be doing freestyles? I said, I fuck with freestyles, but it's like, I gotta be impactful with this shit.
Right, you gotta pick the right time to do it.
Pick the right time. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I did the Hard Part 5 shit, and I remember I sat down, I was like, bro, how am I outdo that shit? When this Man in the Garden shit got done, I don't know how I'm gonna outdo that shit.
Okay, so how you gonna, the thing that we're working on, how you gonna outdo it for that?
That's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about that.
Because you know it's just gonna be like, I'm not trying to give too much away. I don't want to snitch on myself and everything.
I know.
But it's just the one.
I know.
And
I know.
On
I know.
one, okay.
I'm gonna have to get crazy. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. We in a group chat talking about that shit.
Oh, y'all already talking about that?
We already talking about that shit. Yeah.
Who's in the group chat?
See, I can't say because
I ain't gonna lie, Rob. It'll be mad funny. Say it because I'm gonna just bleep everybody's name out.
It's Marco, Suave, Ruben Vincent, Ben Riley, Jordan Bell. It's funny because we was talking about the shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, they like, yeah, bruh, it's about to be crazy. I said, it is. Like, niggas better show up.
Oh my God.
But we got a rule though. Ain't no sneak dissing, no none of that shit. Just go in there and put on your best fucking show.
I'd be kind of hard if like, I don't want to give too much away, but if y'all did like kind of do that while everything else was going, this clip will make a lot of sense in like 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
But like, it would be kind of cool if all y'all were like, you know what I'm saying?
Getting crazy. So you putting everybody together in one room, or you breaking it down?
No, everybody gonna be together in one room.
Oh shit.
Nah, I don't do that.
We was talking about that shit.
No. Everybody.
We was trying to theorize. We was like, yo, is he gonna break it up, or he gonna keep everybody together?
Everybody gonna be together.
But then I seen the other one.
Everybody was together.
Everybody was together. And I was like,
all of those, everybody's always together in the same room. Nobody's allowed to leave.
Oh, you just gotta be here. Fuck that. You ain't leaving. Like, once you in the room, you in the room.
Yeah, once you're in the room, you gotta stay for the whole thing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I fuck with that. That's hard.
Yeah.
Everybody in there eating.
Yeah,
fuck that.
BT style. I mean, they'll probably get it by now.
They'll get it by now, yeah.
BT
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. All right, I'm gonna get off of that.
Yeah.
You know, because you're with Def Jam, which I actually didn't realize until we did Mafiathon. Because like all my Def Jam people started hitting me up. I'm like, why are y'all bothering me right now?
Yeah.
And like I'm like, I got y'all, some of y'all people. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
And then they're like, nah, Chris is with us. I'm like, oh
yeah.
So what is the Def Jam story? Because that's new. Because like you did the thing in Nashville for a little bit, and then.
So I signed Def Jam like 2024. You know what I'm saying? But I took a lot of time to work on a project. I feel like I signed Def Jam, went on tour with Russ, and I feel like time I should be working on the project. I was, but it kind of got derailed because of tour. And that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Like, you know, I feel like I learned a lot from Russ, gained a lot of fans overseas. Shit was really, really cool. But I had to spend a lot of time working on a project. That's what it really was. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because the project I was working on took me like a year. Pray For Me only took me 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Crazy. Like, granted, the project I worked on a year, It's coming after. But pray for me, bro. It was like I was living in the moment creating with that shit, bro. Literally creating that shit. But yeah, I fuck with the folks at Def Jam. They good folks, bro, for real.
Yeah,
fuck with them.
Yeah, who signed you?
It was Tunji K.
It was Tunji? Shout out Tunji. Yeah. Shout out Tunji.
Absolutely.
So this project is under Def Jam that we're working on.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dope. Well, before we get to the project, something that like I saw that we kind of spoke about earlier in this interview, but that really like kind of really touched me was this tweet that you had made, and you said the journey of an artist is a long road of ups and downs. To anybody on that path, just know you got it. Get disciplined, trust your vision, and continue seeking ways to improve. Right.
Facts.
Outside of working out and kind of getting your health right, as like an artist, right? What are some of your ways that you're looking to improve, like in this new year after this project comes out?
I think improving songwriting, just trying to sharpen my pen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm trying to challenge myself more. 2 days ago, I actually started a new way. Like I'm telling you, I get bored a lot, like with just life in general. Not like bored in the sense like, oh, I don't want to be here, but like I got like set up a little side mission for myself sometimes. So like I told myself, I'm like, bro, I gotta chase discomfort every day. That's my new thing. I'm trying to find a way to be uncomfortable. Like obviously uncomfort gonna lead, like being uncomfortable leads to growth. So I just try to find ways to do that. You know what I'm saying? I always try to challenge myself. Okay, if I was able to make a song, if I was able to make a really good song in 3 hours, let's see if I can make 3 songs in the next 4 or some shit. Like I'm just trying to find ways to get better. Had a chance to go kick it with Daylight. That's one of my homies. Good ass dude. We got to, put together a record together. And I'm like, damn, bro, he writes so well. And that was exciting for me because it's like, damn, there's a new goalpost out there. Obviously, it's not like, oh, I'm trying to be like Daylight, but it's like, okay, there's room to improve. I see where I could get sharper with certain things. Yeah. Or like, fuck around, go listen to Leon Thomas' song, and it's like, wow, he wrote this so amazingly. Like, okay, there's room to improve on that. So I think for me, I've just been studying the beautiful displays of work that everybody else is doing and just thinking like, okay, yeah, I like how he do that. Let me see if I can improve on that myself. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a very good writer. I think I'm an amazing writer, shit. But it's just like there's always levels to this shit. It's always more levels you can go. So I think for right now, I'm really just trying to improve my skill set in all ways, shapes, and forms. I think what made me a good writer a long time ago, me and Deontay Hitchcock, I tell this story a lot, but we used to do Versa Days. We did Versa Days for like 60 plus days. And that shit got me super fucking sharp back in like 2020. We did another round back in like 2021. And I feel like shit like that helps me as a competitor, a writer, just an artist, rapper, get better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are a lot of people within the sport who sometimes just do it and they continue to do it because they've gained a fan base and, they're getting paid from it, which is fire. Sure. But I feel like for me, I just want to get back to the era where niggas care about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the niggas, Drake, Kendrick, Cole, all them niggas care about this shit. And it's like, I want to see that come back. So I feel like by me caring more about this, people gonna feel that. Like I feel like that Mafiathon was received the way it was because I cared as much as I did. Yeah. Because like, to be honest with you, I rehearsed that shit. Like the actual memory, like learning the words, that was easy. Yeah. It was the actual emotion part that I really was just like, okay, be mindful of this, that, and the third. Now granted, can't practice all the shit I did, but it's just understanding where certain influx are. I really be practicing every detail like that. I'm super detailed like that. Some crazy shit. But I enjoy it though. Right. If I'm bored, if I'm bored in life, it means that I'm not challenging myself enough. So I've just been trying to find more ways to do that.
That's real. If I'm bored in life, it means I'm not challenging myself
enough.
Hell
yeah. If shit just a cakewalk.
It's funny you were talking about like how talking about Karen. Like you also had tweeted like we definitely need a reset / detox era of hip hop right now. Do you feel like that's where that came from too? Yeah, genuinely. I told my mom one time. It was actually after the Kai thing. I think it was Tuesday. Talking to my mom, and I told her, I was like, for a very long time, I think I spent so many days and hours praying for the next guy to come and care as much as he should. And I feel like the whole time I've been praying for myself. And I feel like what Marco did up there was a fucking reset. What I did up there, I feel like a reset. What Ray Vaughn did up there was like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are so many lyricists who are really, really good and really, really care about this shit. And we just needed the platform for people to see that. And I feel like it's becoming a trickle effect because now you're seeing at least in my opinion, I feel like I'm seeing so many people who are just fucking raw. Yeah. Come up out of everywhere. All over the country, we got a session. We're doing the live session tomorrow night, which is like our like Mafiathon live. We have like 12 people coming to like rap live tomorrow night. Oh shit! And the whole point of that segment, that live stream segment, is that they all have to be like rappers. Like you gotta be locked in, bro. They have to rap. Bro, there's a lot of amazing people who come up here, like like Life of Time, Nico Brim, obviously, Kai Cash. I love when they come on here and get crazy. Tom helps me A&R the
he's
session
telling me, that shit fire, bro. I love that. So it's like I like the fact that you opening the doors to just hip hop like that, because for a long time, you know, obviously you're talking about hip hop fell out the charts and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about that. I just feel like it's a cool hibernation period that we're in right now to watch the next greats, the next superstars. Like, they're being born right now. Like, we're in the midst of it. So we may not be able to see it off rip, but like, they there. They're slowly building, and I'm excited for the next 5 years because we're gonna see people just popping out and emerging.
Right. You know, when it comes to your albums, as we get ready for like Pray For Me, right? You know, X-Files was in 2022, right?
Yeah.
The Calm was in 2024, right? X-Files, I feel like, was such like a big moment for you, right? Because that album, I remember when it came out, and it was around the time of the Freestyle too, and like it was so well received, right? And then you kind of went into like a hibernation.
Yeah,
like
man.
you kind of like, you know, what's 2 years between projects isn't like, you know, that's not uncommon.
I love it.
But like you know, you're young at that time, so it's like it makes sense for you to like kind of keep going and being in front of everybody's faces.
Yeah.
What was happening within your life between X-Files and The Calm that like made you kind of like take that step back?
Honestly, you know what's crazy? We actually had a whole project finished. It was just it was a distro situation. It was we was in a little shitty distro situation. We couldn't drop. So that's really what it was. But I remember after we got out of that shit, I remember telling Miz, I'm like, yo, we not going a year without dropping ever again.
Right.
So 2024 we did The Calm. Project got pushed back because we had a lot of clearance issues. So I was already like a little upset because I'm like, bro, I can't keep doing this 2 year shit.
Yeah.
Mafiathon shit happened. Boom, here we go. We back outside again. Another project done. So now we on pace. 2024 project, 2025 project, 2026 project. Like we here. So it's like for me, I'm not about to stop dropping. I'm about to flood this shit. I'm never doing no, we're going away for 2 years. Unless motherfuckers catch like some crazy cold classic, we outside, like we on some like world tour shit.
Yeah.
I'm every year, bruh. I don't got no time to be fucking sitting around taking 2 years like that, nah.
So the distro joint just kind of kept pushing everything back.
Yeah, honestly. It was a weird situation we had to get out of. And shout out to them people, because they're not bad people or not. It's just the way business kind of ended up falling.
Right.
But yeah, I just was like, damn, this kind of fucked us up. Because we had a whole project ready. Swear on everything I love. Had a whole top to bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as we enter the Pray For Me era, right? Because by the time people see this Pray For Me's out, you started it with Ramen Noodles, right?
Yeah.
Ramen Noodles was like the very beginning, and
Yeah.
like on that song, you made like a very strong statement that you don't give a fuck about anybody that y'all claiming is next, right? Why did you want to come out the gate swinging that hard? I mean, it was after Mafiathon, so I understand.
Yeah.
But break that down a little bit to me, like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel
and
like,
why you don't care?
Yeah, you know, I really don't give a fuck about who they claiming next, because I feel like there's a lot of amazing people in this bitch, bro. But I just want to show people I care more. Fuck it, bro. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about who y'all calling as your next one. It don't matter, because I'm about to show y'all what this shit really look like. And I think there's a bunch of lyricists that's coming with me who about to do the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, it's not about, fuck him, I'm here. It's like, nah, whatever they doing is cool, but there's a whole wave of people that's on the way that's about to smoke shit, like the Marcos, the Suaves, the Benz. Mark Lux project just dropped fucking crazy, Revel, Mavi. Like, there's a whole wave of niggas that's on the way that fucking care. And that's what I feel like the sentiment was. Like, I feel like people may not interpret it like that, but I feel like I was speaking for all, like, the whole new generation. I don't give a fuck about no nigga that y'all claiming next, because this whole new wave about to come in and sweep all that shit up. Literally.
That's good. And then you followed that up with the Conductor track with
Hell
Frankenstein.
yeah.
Conductor. So what was? First of all, I'm not mad, but like, Conductor kind of took my plan.
Yeah, I know. You know what's crazy? It's wild because, like, I was talking to Marco and I'm like, bro, like, let's, because we was both with the shit. But then the JID tour came up, and that's what it was. Like, that shit started happening. So if I had 7 days out from the JID shit, the Conductor shit hit me like probably the day after the JID shit.
Right.
And it was like, all right, let's get it done.
Right.
Let's lock in. Like, I think I sent Marco the record a day before I went on tour. Swear to God, like, it was, you know, we just sent that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talking about that shit, because I was like, bro, we gotta get this.
Nah, it's okay.
No, on some real shit though. Me and Marco was like, bro, we gotta come through again for you, like 100%.
Right, which is what we're gonna do.
We're
gonna do the thing next month. Yeah.
I'm talking,
No. How did Conductor and like how did that relationship kind of happen with you, Marco, and him?
So Conductor had sent some beats over to Tundio a minute ago, like when I was on the Rush tour, rapped on a couple of them shits. You know what I'm saying? I actually ended up meeting him at I think it was a Kid Super event in New York. Didn't even think he remembered me. So after the Mafiathon shit, Conductor sends a pack over. We get crazy. He came back out to LA, ended up linking up with him. I didn't even think he remembered me. He like, yeah, bro, I remember you from the Kid Super event, bro. Y'all been going crazy, bro. The Mafiathon shit was amazing. Boom, boom, boom.
Sick.
And honestly, Marco didn't even know Conductor. I hit Marco up and was like, bro, like, I feel like this is a moment in hip hop for us. If anything, I feel like that's my brother for real. Like I've known Marco for 5+ years at this point. I'm like, bro, if there's anybody I want to share this moment with, shoot my nigga. Like, come on, like let's get crazy. Fuck this hook shit. Let's just rap.
Yeah.
And bro delivered, bro, on everything, bro. Like, and that's what it mean to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even to go back to that statement of like, I don't give a fuck about no nigga that y'all came next. Like, bro, the new wave is coming. Marco, one of them niggas, bro. I didn't want to share that moment with nobody else. And I feel like we smoked that shit. And I feel like it's just a statement to just the idea of like how much niggas care. This new wave of people care about hip hop, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I agree. So as we go into Pray For Me, right? Because like every time you gave it to me yesterday, I've listened to the project like when I've been driving. So I haven't had time to like write down a bunch of notes, right?
You good.
But I kind of want to go like track by track on it.
Yeah,
right?
let's do it.
And you kind of like break down the ideas behind it, what people can expect,
For sure.
so on and so forth. So the first one is, make sure, tell me if I'm saying this wrong. Asar's Prayer?
Asar.
Asar's Prayer, right? So break this one down, because this was the one that you shot at me and Kai out on, which we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, go ahead, break it down.
So what happened was, this is around the time project get pushed back. I'm a little feeling defeated. My homie Asar from Chicago, he flew out to LA. He just stayed with us for a week. It was me, Asar, and the homie Billy. You know, just kicking it. And I remember I was in the dirt. I'm like, bro, I don't even know. I think I'm about to go get this I don't got the part-time job yet. I'm just like, bro, I'm about to get this part-time job, boom, boom, boom. And I remember on his last day before he left LA, he like, bro, I want to pray for you. Just pray for me in the crib, bro. Again, I ain't had no shit like that happen since like my grandma. So like for me, that's happening. I'm like, damn, like this feel nuts. And after he left, I just told myself like, yo, I'm about to commit to just being a better version of me. Like, who cares if this music shit happens anymore? If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. It's cool. I made my peace with this shit. Whatever is meant for me is meant for me. And I remember he prayed for me, and that shit just changed my entire life. So like, I told him, I called him, I said, bro, you got to open a project like this, because this is, this whole track I feel like encapsulates all that my life was at that time.
And the Mafiathon shit happened after that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Swear to God, like, pray for me in the crib in like July, and then September. We in Mafiathon.
Wow.
Literally, I'm already a couple weeks into the job. I think I got hired like August 25th, so I'm already a couple weeks into the job, just chilling.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles. Well, we kind of talked about this one.
Yeah.
We talked about Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That was just like some lyrical, exercise. The mayor was Suave.
Yeah, had to get on there and talk my shit a little bit. You know,
I like that
saying?
one a lot. Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's the one that M-Tech and Ice produced. Again, another guy I don't mind sharing the spot with. That's my brother, man. Like all them guys. I mean, Marco, Suave, Rube, Jordan. Then like we done broke bread together. We done been broke together. We done created these projects together. Like these niggas been with me for like the last 2 years. You know, we all been in a group chat just talking every day, trying to keep each other's spirits up. Somebody down, we calling them, we checking on them. You know, that's my brother. I ain't want to miss that moment with him. And I felt like he be saying a lot of slick shit. He be saying so much fire shit. Niggas don't be giving Suave the credit niggas don't be giving Suave the credit he deserve on the rap tip. That nigga could rap, bro. And I was just like, bro, ain't nobody gonna swag this out better than my boy. So I called him. He said, bro, easy. I sent that shit to him. He sent it back 2 hours later.
Bro, the drums on that? Who put the drums on that?
I think it was either Ice or Tech. I can't remember. It might have been Ice, low key.
Because the way that the drums come in real, like, cinematically, it reminds me of, like, this one, like, Pusha T record. Let me see if I find it.
Oh,
I don't want to play it, like, super loud, because also I don't want, I don't want to get copyrighted on this video.
YouTube will get you.
Pusha T, Grimes. Let me see. Oh, what the fuck was this Pusha song? It was like Pusha T. Oh, the song's called Chimes.
Yeah.
I'm not playing it. By Hudson Mohawk, and had like Pusha, Future. It was like my heart is so cold, and then boom. Yeah. That's it. It sounded like that.
That's fine comparison. I appreciate it. That's fine.
The drum, it just sounded like that. And I was like, oh, this reminded me of Chimes, and that was just hard. That was just hard.
Shout out to Suave, bro. He delivered an amazing project. First off, he delivered an amazing verse, and he also delivered an amazing project recently, No Deluxe. That shit just dropped.
For sure. Dormy is the next record, right?
Yeah. So, you know, it's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I actually freestyled that shit on the way to work. This is, I don't know if this was post-Mafiathon or like a couple days before that shit, but I think I was driving to work, and I was just like, go, baby. Ain't had no way to make it obey me. And I just was like, you know, I'm gonna get in my bag with that. I mean, I've always had the melodic bag in my wheelhouse, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the entirety of this project is just really just encapsulating, like, it's kind of like a mixture of before Mafiathon and then, like, after Mafiathon. So it's like the whole process of, like, obviously trying to figure the dream out, you know, sliding on low, you know, you're there, you feel me? And I feel like the coolest way to make that work was taking the do re mi sound, the play on making you sing, essentially. Yeah. And that's that songwriting shit I was talking about. So I literally was just like, let me see if I can challenge myself and get that shit done. But I literally freestyled that shit on the way to work.
That was fine. Like, cause it was like, it's definitely like one of the most different records on the project.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not always used to you in your singing bag, but
Yeah.
it was cool. Like, I fucked with it.
I appreciate that.
I fucked with it. Like, I saw the direction from it. I'm like, okay, this is fire. Like,
Yeah.
I can see how you're even, like, your singing is gonna even evolve going forward.
Hell
too. Like,
yeah.
it felt like the prelude to like more of that coming next. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
100 times with a Mindy. Shout out Mindy. Mindy
Yeah,
fire.
I love Mindy. She's, again, another amazing fucking, it's crazy. I don't even want to call her artist because Mindy be rapping.
Yeah.
But again, she put up on us in the studio. We actually, so fun fact, we actually had that record for a little minute. She pulled up January of 2024 and we cut that. And it actually was on this other project and we moved it over here because we just felt like it sat in a really good place. Because again, I feel like it also ties the idea of just the stakes at the time. It's like, yo, I'm in the midst of the craziest shit in my life right now, but to this girl that this is about, I just want you to know that I'm making time for you in the midst of this nut-ass shit that I'm going through.
So, okay, next is Patience.
Yeah, Patience. I love that record. I feel like that was the summation of like where I was in my life. It's the idea that like, okay, I may not be where I want to be, but supporting the homies is not a problem. And me waiting for my turn is okay too. That was like me accepting, like, I think it's like the law of detachment. I think I was beasting about an outcome so fucking bad that it was never gonna happen for me. And I feel like the minute I took the step back, I'm good. You know what's crazy? I'm settled into this job. I remember my mom, she was calling me every day to just make sure I was good after work and shit like that. She's like, yo, I feel like Gabe gonna call you about On The Radar. I said, look, I don't know if he is. It's okay if he don't. I'm happy for him all the way. Then a couple days later, you called me. And my mom said, I told your ass. I was like, damn, bro. But again, I was just so detached. Not on like, oh, I don't care. Like, I was watching them shits every day, but it was like more so like, all right, new wrap up here. It's lit. Okay, turn up for the dogs. Like, for real, I really just tuned in for the OTR, for real. And then after that, I started watching the entire stream. But like, you know, I really was just tuned in for the OTR, but I was really just detached from it. So when you hit me, you hit me. But I just been practicing a lot.
Wow, your mom really said that I'm gonna hit you?
Yeah, she said that. And I was
your
like,
mom good.
I was like, yo, look, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She just said, she said, something telling me he gonna hit you. I said, look, if he do, he do. If he don't, he don't. It's cool. I'm still gonna support because that's my man. So I don't care. Like,
That's
as long as
crazy.
he going crazy, I'm up for it. Because at that point, I'm at a place where like, yo, because in my mind where I'm at, I'm like, bro, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I got a chance to drop projects. I got a chance to tour around the country with Russ. The shit was fire. At this rate, beggars can't be choosers. If this is the plan that was set up for me, I got to be okay with it. And that's why when she said it to me, I was like, that's what it is. So when you called me, I was in disbelief. I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. All
man.
right, Screaming at the Sky. This was the one I cried on.
Yeah,
for sure.
Man. That
Tough record.
Yeah, man. Screaming at the Sky. It's one of them records where like I did that in one sitting. Those type of records, I don't like to go back and touch them. I like to just get everything out in that moment and complete it right there. That was a one sitting thing. I think I worked on it over the course of like 5 to 7 hours. Not because it was a hard record to write, but I wanted to make sure I wrote it correctly.
Yeah.
I feel like that one really means a lot to me. I feel like it adds a lot of like basis to who I am. Like obviously I got my grandma tatted. I wasn't joking when I said I don't cut my locks because my grandma used to have locks, you know what I'm saying? Like that really did mean a lot to me. And she was really one of my biggest supporters. I feel like she's probably one of the bravest women I've ever met outside of like my mama. Yeah. And like, you know, I owe a lot to her in just my demeanor and how I feel like I came up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So like that song to me mean the world. If somebody listened to it and it resonate with them, appreciate you. Some people might listen to it and be like, hey, it's not for me. Yeah. That record, 100% wrote that one for me. If anybody connected, they connected. If they don't, they don't. But that one was for me. I was like, bro, I'm not about to go through this whole project and not talk about my grandma. Yeah. I
felt like the part of that song that I connect to the most when you were talking about, like you were telling her that you come see her next time. Yeah. But there wasn't a next time.
Man, bro, that was rough because, so, fun fact, shout out my dog Troy. Troy is actually one of my grandma friends. He was one who actually locked my hair during COVID. Okay. And I remember I used to come back home during like 2022, and he used to tell me all the time, like, yo, you should go see your grandmother, you should go see your grandmother, you should go see your grandmother, you should go see your grandmother. And I never did, because I was just like, bro, I'm going to go eventually. I was just in the midst of making X-Files. So mind you, at this time, I'm making X-Files. And when X-Files dropped in August, she passed 2 months after that. And I was just like, yo, like, I was in the craziest space of my life. Like, I'm just like, damn, I got to promote this project. I'm going through life shit. I never forget it. We went to go hoop on a Thursday. I come back, my dad and my mom sat me down in the kitchen, told me that shit I broke down. I'm like, damn, I feel like a jackass. Like I just finished this project, we dropped it. I'm feeling good in X, Y, and Z. And I put off all of this to make this music thinking I had way more time. And that shit just fucked me up. So like for a long time, I'll be honest with you, I think that entire 2023 and 2024, Didn't even really talk about my grandma. I didn't talk about my grandma.
Yeah, I never heard you talk about her.
Yeah, I've never talked about my grandma. I thought about her and stuff like that, but I never talked about it. And I feel like 2025 was, even before we got to Man in the Garden, it was just a moment where I was like, bro, I got to be real with myself. Like, I could have been better as a grandson. And I don't hold regret against myself because like things happen. It's what it is. But I just told myself like I want to do a better job to show up for everybody that is still present in my life to the best of my ability. I may not. Like, showing up for you at Mafiathon, that means a lot to me just because I showed up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, you my man. So it's like, I would do that, you know what I'm saying? But that's important to me, just trying to show up for my peoples to the best of my ability. Obviously, you can't be everywhere with everybody all at once. Yeah. But if I could show up for you as much as I can, I'm cool with that. As long as niggas know I fuck with them and I'm showing them that, I'm cool with it. I just don't want to ever be at it. Even my mans who passed this year, again, somebody I should have showed up for, but I just never came back to Jersey for a little bit of time. It's like, bruh, I got tired of feeling regret for not being there for people who passed away. It's like, bruh, if I'm gonna do anything, I just gotta keep showing up for people. I don't care if it fucking drives me mad or burns me out. I will show up for people just because I don't wanna have to live with that feeling of, damn, I should've, I could've, I would've. Like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's real.
I'd rather just be there.
That's real. Let me ask you this, like the eyes that are on the cover, is it your grandma?
Nah, so it's actually somebody else's eye with the intention of it being an overwatching. Like, that's the idea. That's the idea that we use for that. Because again, two ways you could look at it. Obviously, you're being watched over by Grams, but at the same time, the world watching too. So it has a dual meaning with that. And that's how I felt, bruh. Felt like the world was fucking watching, but at the same time, so my Grams. And I feel like at this point, not that I can't do no wrong, but everything is gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Wow. Yeah. Huncho's Prayer. Nice little 7-minute track. I love a little 7-minute track.
Yeah. All right, man. Hold on. I gotta get crazy for this one. This shit crazy. All right. This is a long story, man. I met Cole. The day Huncho got arrested, I met Cole at them sessions that I drove to, right? So it's nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. It's me and Miz, we in Nashville. Marco called me, said, bro, you ain't gonna believe this shit, bro. Guess who I'm in the studio with? I'm saying, who you in the studio with? Spark, who you in the studio with? Mind you, at this point, me and Spark was both going through some of the crazy shit in our lives, so we calling each other like every day and shit. Spark like, hey, bro, guess who I'm in the studio with? I'm like, who you in the studio with, man? He like, I'm in the studio with Wild Grape. I'm in the studio with Absol. I'm in the studio with Daylight. I'm in the studio with J.I.D. I'm in the studio with Cole. I said, what? He said, yeah, bro, push up. I said, what you mean push up? He said, nigga, just push up. I said, how am I supposed to just walk in the session? He said, nigga, you Chris Patrick. At the time, I'm like, nigga, I'm down in the dirt. I'm going through a breakup, going through all this and that shit. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Just pull up. Pulled up. Niggas let me in the building. I said, okay, I had $12 in my bank account at the time. I'm like, fucking man, let's just go. Came out there, bro. Niggas opened the doors, fucking with us. We started cooking up records. I'm with the homie Ron Gilmore. He lived in Nashville at the time. He's the pianist for Cole. I'm sitting in the room with, it's me, Ron, I think Elite. Omen might have been in the room at the time, but he left. Out of nowhere, I hear, Ron. I'm like, who is this? It sounds like Cole to me. Cole walked in, he talking to Ron. I kind of just stepped back, because me and Ron was talking about some shit, because me and Ron worked on some records, and I was talking about, hey, bro, we got to drop this, blah. I kind of stepped back because they was talking. Ron like, hey, because mind you, I'm like, okay, this Cole, I don't want to intrude on this shit. Obviously, I'm sure my time going to come when it come, right? Yeah. Ron like, yo, boom. I want to introduce you to my man, Chris Patrick. He's a very talented lyricist, boom, dapped up Cole, X, Y, and Z. Mind you, my homie Huncho was calling us because he was trying to link up and try to see us because we ain't seen him in a little minute. And we had went to a Spotify event and we had did that. And we was going to pull up on Huncho, but we just got busy. We went back to the studio. We went back to go kick it at the homie Brandon crib. We just never ended up linking him. Next day, me and Miz riding over the goddamn studio. We going to Treat Sounds. And he was like, yo, they just locked up Huncho. I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. So, you know, we keeping in touch with Huncho, just making sure everything good, boom, X, Y, and Z. Mafiathon was really, really crazy because going from the first verse to the second verse, you hear me say, man, free Huncho. And he actually, Devon Tommy, he ain't know we was doing this shit. We got back to the crib, he called Miz from Cobb, and we playing him this shit. On the TV. We playing this shit off the TV for him to hear this shit. Yeah. And he like, yo, this shit fucking crazy. You know what's wild? Niggas was talking about that shit in the jail. Niggas was talking, the craziest shit, niggas in Cobb County was talking about this
Oh my God.
They was talking about this motherfucking freestyle, bro. Yeah. So I'm like, that's crazy. So I'm like, damn, shout out Huncho. Like, this is fucking crazy. We on a JID tour. He calling like every day, talking like, yo, man, how, I even told Nudie this. I'm like, yo, at one point Huncho calling every day asking like, all right, how your set go? All right, that shit fire. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. How Nudie shit go though? Hey, niggas asked me about Nudie and shit. I told Nudie that. I'm like, bruh, because we was having a conversation or some shit, and Nudie's like, bruh, I'm just trying, like, I'm interested to see if like niggas is fucking with my shit. I'm like, bruh, look, niggas fuck with you. My nigga Huncho call every day from jail. And he asked
about you specifically.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, bruh? Nudie, you hard. Like, I fuck with Nudie and them. And That voicemail, I forgot what show that was, but I remember we called him after that. He was just asking us how the shit was going, and he was just telling us like, boom, 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 yo, man, keep doing it, keep killing that shit, X, Y, and Z. That first, like I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes. So it's produced by a couple people, Angelo Amani, there's Mario Luciano, and Ruben Vincent. Ruben Vincent did the second half of that.
Sick.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's my dog.
Second half of that is fire.
Yeah, man.
I expected the beat switch too. Like I was waiting for it. I was like, nah, he not doing this whole beat for one
Yeah,
minute.
yeah,
I know him. I'm like, he gonna switch it up at some point.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to. And I feel like that first half, for me, is kind of Huncho's perspective of watching all this shit with me happen in real time. Because at the first, I met Huncho through Miz, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, he getting word through the grapevine about some nigga from Jersey. Huncho like, I don't fuck with these Jersey rap niggas, man. They nigga ass, bro.
Yeah.
He put them on, play my shit. Huncho like, hold on. He crazy. And them stories is accurate to like when we came out to Atlanta, we met him and shit. Real shit though. I was really sitting down with him and I remember I don't know where we was at. I think we was by Lennox. And I'll never forget this story. We was by Lennox, these water boys was outside. They like, bro, cash up, bro. And I remember I gave them my phone to put their cash up in. Huncho grabbed that shit. He said, nah, these niggas be robbing niggas. Fuck that. And we just drove off and shit. But then I remember asking Huncho, I'm like, yo, like, what do you really like see for life and shit? You know what I'm saying? His birthday only a couple days from mine. We gonna get into that in a second. But I was like, what do you see in life and shit? He was just like, bro, I want to figure out X, Y, and Z. But I was like, bro, like, you should come fuck with us on tour. Like, I feel like you would really like the tour life. Because in my mind, the way it is, it's like, as a Jersey native, I feel like there aren't too many opportunities for us to go. I liked it. My dad always did his good job to try to look out for everybody. It didn't matter. Brothers, friends, always try to do that shit. I feel like I adopted them same tendencies. So as I'm going up in this shit, I'm trying to put on as many of my homies as I can. Obviously, you can't put on everybody, but you just got to be strategic and know where people fit.
Right.
So I ended up bringing Huncho on tour with us. Great ass fucking time with that. And then after we got off tour, I feel like he started getting shit together. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't control sometimes getting caught up with like old shit that come up from the past, X, Y, and Z. It is what it is. That Huncho's prayer actually was written on Huncho's birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually written on Huncho's birthday. Didn't even realize that shit was happening. And I remember I sent it to Miz, and Miz was like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, it's bro birthday today. Like, this is crazy. And it just happened like that divine timing type shit. Like, I had Huncho's prayer for a little minute, but that shit was just like divine timing type shit. That second half came together, and I just feel like that second half for me is my perspective of like finding out that day after I met Cole, to bring it all full circle. Because remember, this whole thing is a story up to his life. Like, I feel like that whole story is everything up to that day I met Cole, and that next verse is like the day after me realizing it like locked up the homie. Yeah. And it's like, fuck, like for some shit that bro wasn't even like on type shit. So it's like, damn, that's some bullshit. And it's crazy. Again, divine fucking timing. Got the day today. I just got the call today. That nigga about to get out next year.
Oh, nice,
no
nice,
bullshit.
nice.
So it's just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I feel like this shit is way above me. It's higher than me right now. Yeah. But I'm just grateful that it's happening the way it's happening. And I'm just riding the wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this whole project in itself, it came together in real ass time. I'm watching real shit happen from it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been on a high all day because of the Huncho, like learning the news about the Huncho shit. So it's just like, it's been amazing. But you know, when I wrote that, it was under the impression that like he one of the niggas I wanted to go up with in all of this shit. So even if the nigga was, you know, unfortunately, if he had to be stuck in jail, I just want to let this nigga know, like, whenever you get out, we here. And that nigga out. You nigga go get out that shit. Not yet. We getting out. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where the beauty of that.
In 2026 or 2027?
2026.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So it's like that shit mean a lot to me, and I really just wrote that shit. Again, it's probably just for me, but it's for everybody else too. Right. A lot of the people on this project are like my homies. Like everybody on this shit is one of the homies. Everybody featured on it, background vocals, skit, everything. It's just all the homies. Yeah. Yeah.
What about because so when we're recording this today, you released the kind of like the prelude to it.
Yeah. Before you play for me.
But you have to sign up to get the Untitled link for that,
yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna eventually release that for everybody else?
Yeah. So I want to put the Untitled link out. I don't know if we're gonna get it to like streaming, maybe, but I really wanted to do that shit as just a thank you to everybody who's been fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The big thing for me is I'm grateful. I feel like the songs on there kind of give an idea where we about to go. Not a full picture. I think some songs on there.
I'm just RSVPing for it right now.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the songs on there are just like, oh, these are fire ass songs, and they kind of fit the idea. But it really does feel like a prelude to what we about to get into. You know what I'm saying? It really covers a lot of my. I feel like them 5 songs do a really good job to cover my 2024 into 2025. And then Pray For Me just hits, and it's like, oh shit, we're in a whole different world. I just don't like to hold on to music, and I feel like the best way to thank the fans is to give them that type of shit. Give them music and do these Do these goddamn tours and shows.
Wait, so how do I get the song?
Listen, I'll send you the link.
No.
Oh,
I signed up.
say less.
We good.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We outside. Boom,
I'm gonna
we
bump
good.
this on the way to the studio.
I'm about to say, them songs, you good to go. Go crazy.
Fire. So people could get pray from. They just gotta go to your bio. And,
Yeah, go to the link. You get the Before You Pray For Me.
Before You Pray For Me.
Yeah, we working with Laylo because we're trying to get analytics to put together a tour. You want to make sure we do that the right way. Make sure we hitting the right cities. Making sure we, you know what I'm saying. I feel like there's a tour idea. You can bleed this one out too. But me, Marco, Suave, we're doing a 3-man co-headline tour.
Oh, that's hard.
And
yeah.
we doubling back to hit a lot of the cities that showed us a lot of love.
Nice,
we trying to do that shit in like March. So like
Fire.
even when you came and hit us about the freestyle, I'm like, oh, this shit perfect. Let's do it.
we gonna figure it out though. Damn, you just leaked it again. It's
Oh
okay.
shit! Fuck.
It's okay. They're not gonna know what it is until it drops.
Yeah, until it
they don't know
drops,
how the scale of it.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck going on.
But man, look, I appreciate you always coming through for me.
Nah, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course. Pray For Me out now by the time you guys are seeing this. Before You Pray For Me, you could also get that. You just gotta hit one of his bios and put your phone number in there, and then real quick you'll get the Untitled link and download Untitled.
For sure.
What else do we have to look forward to that we can talk about coming up before we get up out of here?
Shit, man. More videos on the way. Obviously, we possibly trying to get this tour right. More music. More music. I don't think I'm letting up on the gas anymore. I don't think anybody wants to let me. I don't think anybody wants me to let up on the gas at this point. Just keep flooding it. I make too much music, bro. Yeah. I think this is the first time in a minute where I haven't really like made a lot because we just been moving around. But I'm trying to carve out time within these last 2 weeks of December to just put up like another little 25, 50 ball.
Yeah.
Gots to.
Well, I'm excited for you, bro. I'm happy for you.
I'm excited for you, bro. Come on, we going crazy.
Come on, bro. Well, by the time y'all see this, Pray For Me out now, so go check out the project. That's going, man, it's an incredible body work. I really love it. Like, go check it out. I texted Rob about it last night. Like, I was driving, I'm like, Rob, this shit is so fucking amazing.
Thank you, bro.
So definitely go check that out. Make sure you go follow my brother Chris. Is it still just Chris Patrick?
Chris Patrick, yeah.
Chris Patrick on everything. So make sure you go follow him. If you ain't seen the Mafiathon Freestyle, I don't know where you've been at, but go check that out. That's, of course, out now. And until next time, you know what I'm saying? Love is free, sport is free, but you already knew that. Chris Patrick, The Frequency. Pray For Me out now. Go check that out.
Yes, sir.
My brother Love. Jersey.
My dog. Yes, sir. Free surf.